everybody out there in YouTube land, podcast world. This is Here's What We Know show. We are in the thick of it, as I like to say, with our show. But we're we got some topics that we want to talk about, but they might not necessarily be like big subjects to talk about. But we want to give y'all something. So if you want to watch the full episode, first of all, go to patreon.com/fresh air media. That's patreon.com/fresh air media, where you get access to all the shows, all four full episodes for only $1 a month. That's a steal if I've ever heard of one. You can't beat that with $1 a month. Um, so today in our mini pod is basically here's what it's basically an honorable mention, or formerly known as honorable mention, but a lot of times these topics, these small topics, turn into bigger topics. So we'll see what happens. So first up, Trump tells reporter, "Quiet, piggy."
Not
This is
shocked.
not fake. This is not fake news.
Fake news. This is real news. Real life. Man is out of control.
This is not fake news.
He's out of control. You hear me?
I mean, part of why people hate him is the no filter thing, but that's just kind of hilarious to me. It is rude, but it's
This is
kinda
not
funny.
his.
It's definitely not
first.
professional.
This is not his first time calling a reporter piggy either.
So I'm assuming when he says this, whoever he's
It's a
calling
term of
is-
endearment. He reclaiming it.
Oh man.
It's like the N word, but I'm just insulting you.
Oh Lord. Help me.
The truth of the matter is he's been unruly. So this is not shocking. He's gonna do whatever comes to his mind first. And he's
It's
so
only a matter
like
of time.
it's just like if that's what he felt he needed to say to get that person to be quiet, he said it. That's just what
She was
it that's
quiet.
just how he has
She was quiet, too.
he has no self-control whatsoever. He's very impulsive. He does whatever that mind say do. He on it.
He's good at goading people into doing stuff.
Like being quiet.
Being quiet, or
Piggy.
if she would have took it the other way, it could have it would have just been a viral. He's like, see, this is what I'm talking about.
I can't imagine. It's just sad because you can't imagine any other president doing that. That's why it's so jarring. You can't imagine any other president doing that. No,
Right.
Jeff.
No, I'm just thinking. I wasn't just thinking about American
trying to
presidents,
think-
but I'm like, no.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm speaking about the presidents of the United States of America. That's who I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other president I could think about doing that was number 45. You'll get that when you go home. But yeah, I second that emotion. Smokey Robinson, speaking of which, has a new sexual assault claim, and this time it's from a man.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know he had any at all. But like
Yeah,
this is crazy.
The maids and housekeepers and stuff, that he was doing stuff with them and stuff like that, or to them
mercy.
allegedly
Is
against their
it-
will and all that.
I mean,
And so this time I think it's the mechanic or something.
is it like recent or is this like back in the day?
No, this is a recent. No, this is recent. Yeah,
Oh, it's a recent offense.
this is
right?
old Smokey. This ain't ABC Smokey.
So like
This is
I'm not justifying it, right? But I did work in a retirement home. They just be wild.
yeah.
So,
So,
like-
Smokey not in a retirement home.
Yeah.
He had his house.
He got too much money to be in retirement home. That's what it is. He might need to be under surveillance like that. What I'm saying is like because he got the privilege and the money for it, he's probably got home care, and like he might need professional care in an institution, but he's just smoky, so he's at home.
That you should be
Oh,
his
I
lawyer.
see what you mean.
You should be his lawyer. I
Yeah,
didn't think of that.
you broke that down.
Now you know I'm old.
Yeah.
And
But then
still get up
also
there trying to
he-
groove and everything.
He
Yeah,
comes from a time where they feel like they could do whatever they want. Like things are different and people are actually talking. And then even if you do something that is not or that could be
Yeah.
questionable, or even if you're not doing something wrong, people are going to say something nowadays because they're trying to get a
Mm-hmm.
check. And you're Smokey Robinson.
Right.
So I don't know. I hadn't seen the story. I didn't read about it, but he might have. And if
Yeah.
he did, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But even if you didn't, you're putting yourself in a position where you can get sued or somebody can come get a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
Like I worked in a secure dementia
Mm-hmm.
unit, so like people were doing wild stuff in there. Usually like a self pleasure kind of thing out of pocket, but like that secure unit was in the middle of a regular retirement home. So on my way, I'd be getting
Mm-hmm.
pinched on the butt, or like people would be saying super wild stuff to me on the way to where my actual work was at. So like when an old person does something like that, it's like
What they
a
be
oh,
saying to you?
if
What
I
the
was like
excuses?
25 years younger, I like just wild stuff. Yeah, just wild
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Yeah.
If I
And
was
I'm
if
like,
I was about 50 years younger,
yeah. Like
I'll be
25
all
years
over you like white on rice.
25 years ago, you were still like 50. Calm down. It's just
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Sheesh.
That's
Yeah, it's
wild.
very
Smokey.
wild. Yeah, Smokey, I wish you people from that era stay getting in trouble for this. Like,
Yeah.
stay getting in
Right.
trouble for this.
For real. And then as they get older, they do use that excuse. Well, I'm old.
hmm
Oh, they try to hide behind that. No hiding.
That's more reason why you
Well,
should
y'all
know.
know he came out. Well, y'all know he came out with an album called Gasms.
No, he did not. No, he did not. You
Yeah, he did.
lying. I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah, he came out with Gasms.
Where my purse? I gotta go.
Came out with Gasms.
I
What? Maybe
can't. I
maybe
can't.
5
I can't
years
even
ago?
take that serious.
Yeah.
Your
Oh my
old
gosh,
self.
in 2023.
Oh my gosh. Throw him away. No way, sir. I don't want you doing that. Like, what are you doing?
Gasms. Gasms though.
What are you
Gasms.
doing?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
types of Gasms.
gasms.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm giving you
Oh.
gasms. Who uses gasms? I didn't even know that was like a word.
Yo.
Now he does sound like that creepy old man from Family Guy. Like,
Yeah. But old people would just be making up shorthand for stuff that didn't exist.
Mm, mm,
You
mm,
trying to
mm.
shoot?
My
Speaking
man
of
said
cruising,
gasms.
speaking of cruising, I got some bad news for all you baby mamas out there. The Nissan Altima is being discontinued.
Now Nissan. No,
first
you
of all,
can't do that.
That intro.
Yeah,
Ah.
Keith.
Oh my
Keith.
God. Trying to keep it
Keith.
together.
That's top 20.
Keith.
That's top 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
That's
I've
top 20.
never
Yeah.
had an Ultima, and I've never actually been in one, so I don't know what
Reliable
I-
car.
missed
my-
opportunity. I
Reliable.
guess.
My
It's the-
friend had an Altima. Yeah, that's the car he got off of deployment. It was a nice car, and I got a Sentra, but like the Altima is just a bigger version of the Sentra.
Essentially.
And
Yeah.
the Ultima is
It's the mid.
girlfriend of the Maxima.
Mm.
Yeah.
So now we just gonna go Sentra straight to Maxima.
Probably. I mean, it's
The
kind of
Sentra's been looking really nice.
yeah.
The Sentra has been looking like, shoot, I'll drive a Sentra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, mine is nice. I like it.
Mm.
It's kind of like when Ford stopped making cars. Like the only actual car that they make now is the Mustang, and then they make trucks. So it's like it's probably they weren't selling a whole lot, and it costs more money to make it than they were making off of selling them.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't see many like cars on the road. I see more like crossover vehicles, SUVs, and trucks. Maybe because I am in North Carolina and it's a little bit different. But even when I went back home to California, I see a lot more like mid-size SUVs than you do actually see cars. So maybe that might just be an overall trend.
Maybe. Bye, Sean. David, also known as the Forvid, has been named as a suspect in the murder of Celeste Rivas.
Knew that was coming.
I was about to say I knew it was coming, but then
We all knew it was coming.
here's the thing. I know this sounds so bad, but I can't wait until somebody does the little true crime, like I know that sounds so bad, but I need all the details. I need, how they be breaking
It's
it
just
down in them documentaries.
yeah. I just
It's
how did you
coming
think you were gonna get away with this when they found her in your vehicle
in your
in
vehicle. And then
pieces?
also apparently she was frozen before like I was reading the articles. Apparently,
Mm,
there's evidence that she was frozen
Hmm.
prior to being placed in
Yeah.
that vehicle.
Right.
that
That's
actually,
probably why it wasn't smelling so long. It took so long for it to actually smell and decompose.
and it
Because what
probably
he probably
helped with
did
the
is did what he
dismemberment.
right. This
To
is
be
what I
honest,
think. This is my theory, and I could be wrong. I think he did what he did. He froze her, and then he put her in the car, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm about to go on tour, and then it's gonna give me an alibi because I'm gonna be on the road." And by the
So
time that she starts smelling,
so they're
yeah.
saying that this was more than likely a 2 or 3 person job. It wasn't just him. And they did find a freezer that could have fit her in the, I think it was like an Airbnb or something that they were staying in at the time.
Ooh,
hmm,
I'm
ooh.
sorry. What are
This
we
is what
talking
I was
about?
saying. This is what I was saying.
David.
This is why I was saying that he's so daggone guilty that they let him roam free for so long.
He's
right.
so
But then
Like
daggone
we
also,
got you,
stupid.
well,
bro. Like no
I actually
problem.
went back and I went back to some of his music. First of all, his music is dark, and he talks about in his music, he
Yes,
talks about murdering her.
yes.
Hmm.
It's crazy. So
Got her name in the song. Oh, Celeste, Celeste is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Who's this artist?
that's
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, 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 no. We're not going back. We're moving on.
Oh man,
No
I missed a good
disrespect.
one.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
My sound was
Um,
acting weird.
it's okay. Thank you for fixing it. 2 Texas men have been charged after allegedly plotting to invade a Haitian island and enslave women and children. Two.
Good.
when I read that earlier today, I was like, this is can't be real. And then I looked it up and it was real. And then I have no I don't know. This is it's
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
they thought they actually could. My thing is when people make these type of outlandish plans, they think they actually can get away with it. Like that's the crazy part. Like
Yeah,
you really thought that was going to actually happen?
I
Right.
don't. I, people are just dumb. It's funny because I was just putting my mom on to Alexander Dumas, and his dad, Thomas Alexander Dumas, was basically his inspiration for the Three Musketeers and the Count of Monte Cristo. But like, without getting too deep into it, his dad was a French soldier that was around during the revolutionary times in France, and him and Bonaparte were both like heroes, but uh, Dumas was getting more clout, and Napoleon didn't like that, so he got him arrested on his way. Like he got his orders to go back to Italy, and then he had the ship get raided and had him arrested when he got into port in Italy, and left him there during his entire reign. But when he got out, because he couldn't necessarily like erase him from history, he he like made it so he just kind of went off and died alone. And because of the French Revolution in Haiti, when they revolted against
I
the
got it.
French
I
people
got
there,
this. I got
yeah,
this. See,
I was gonna say,
see. This is this man. Yeah. So, when I read this and heard it, Isaiah, good friend of the show, great supporter of this show. Shout out to you, bro. Um, he presented this to me. The first thing I thought was these 2 Texas men charged after allegedly plotting to invade a Haitian island and enslave women and children have
sad
no
song.
clue about the history of Haiti. And so
You almost want to let him get there.
listeners, I don't want you to be ignorant either. And so I've decided to give you all a little history lesson on Haiti and
Mm,
slavery. This is how 500,000 slaves toppled an empire. They were considered property, outnumbered and outgunned, and seen by the French Empire as nothing more than tools to be worked to death on sugar and coffee plantations. So, how did 500,000 enslaved people with no army, no government, and no rights to their name pull off the single most successful slave revolt in all of human history? This is the brutal, buried story of the Haitian Revolution. It's a story of vengeance and liberation that absolutely terrified the world's empires and proved that the fire for freedom, that the fire for freedom can never truly be put out. Picture the French colony of Saint, what's the name?
Saint Dumas.
Yep. In the late 1700s. Today, we know it as Haiti. Back then, it was the single most profitable colony in the entire world, churning out immense amounts of sugar and coffee for Europe. But all that wealth was built on an unimaginable horror. Nearly 500,000 enslaved Africans were trapped in such brutal conditions that most died within just a few years of arriving. The whole island was a powder keg of, of hatred just waiting for a spark. And that spark came from the most unlikely place, France itself. The French Revolution of 1789 had exploded with the rallying cry of liberty, equality, and fraternity. It was electric. But the revolutionaries in Paris were a little vague on whether equality applied to the enslaved people in their colonies. That hypocrisy didn't go unnoticed. While the white planters on the island schemed for their own independence from France, the enslaved population saw a very different kind of opportunity. The spark. The rebellion was planned in secret. For weeks, leaders like the priest Duddy Bachman held voodoo ceremonies, unifying different groups of enslaved people and swearing a sacred oath to fight for their freedom. Then on the night of August 21st, 1791, the uprising exploded. It was swift and it was furious. Plantations were burned to the ground. The masters who had inflicted so much cruelty finally faced the organized wrath of the people they had captivated. Within just 2 months, the rebel army had swelled to 100,000 strong, and they controlled a huge part of the colony. The colonial government was completely overwhelmed. They were facing the largest slave revolt since Spartacus, and they had no idea how to stop it. So I'll continue. So we'll go down to in November 1803, the French surrendered. It was over. On January 1, 1804, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I know it's French. Dessalines declared the independence of Haiti. It became the first independent black republic in the world and the only nation ever founded by a successful slave revolt. It was a monumental victory for human freedom, but that freedom came at a terrible price. Slave-owning nations like the United States were terrified that Haiti's example would inspire their own slave populations, so they isolated the new country. Then, in 1825, France sailed warships to Haiti's coast and forced the young nation to pay a crippling debt to compensate the former slave owners for their lost property, the people themselves. This enmity took Haiti over a century to pay off. They just paid it off, like literally, like I think early this year or last year. Like within the past 3 years, they just paid it off. And has been a direct cause of its struggles with poverty ever since. Conclusion. The Haitian Revolution is the single most successful slave revolt in history, period. It was a moment that shook the very foundations of colonialism and slavery, inspiring freedom movements around the world. Though its story has often been suppressed and its people burdened by the price of their own freedom, the tale of how 500,000 slaves toppled an empire remains one of the most powerful symbols of resistance and liberation we have. If you believe this is a story that needs to be told, please share this video. And for more hidden stories from history, make sure to like and subscribe.
Click the bell.
You know what I mean? Listen, that ain't what y'all want. That is not what y'all wanted. Them people, they know they daggone history. They know their ancestors did such a thing. And it's just two of y'all going in there uninformed. It was mad at them.
You know
They
why
would have
they're
made an
uninformed?
example out of them so goddamn
Oh my
fast.
God.
They
know-
would have made an example out of them so fast.
They would have just
Nick.
disappeared. It wouldn't even
they
be
some
an
proud
example. It would
people.
have just disappeared.
They're
They would've
very
You
just
know why
proud.
they don't know though? They
What?
don't teach it. They take it out the history books. It's not in school. It's not something we learn about. I didn't learn about that until college.
It's not
So
in the
just
books. It's skip right
imagine-
on over.
Right.
It's
So-
skip right on over.
Right.
And then in Texas, you know they're not talking about that.
Well,
Come on now.
the other thing too, right,
Right.
is like because it's technically French history, we wouldn't hear a whole lot about it. Just in general, the biggest part of our history classes is, hey, we ain't like England taxing us. We said peace.
Right.
That's
But we do spend some time about the French, but it's not covering that though.
no, because they helped us say peace to the Britain.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the
it.
part we learned. Yes.
But I didn't
that's
learn
it.
about this until college. Like I took
Facts.
Right. And when you take like world history and stuff, it's mentioned in there, but to your point, it's not like a thing that everybody talks about. The fact that they just finished paying off that debt is crazy because I feel like without having to pay that tax, they're gonna their GDP is
start
gonna
thriving.
skyrocket. Yeah.
Right.
Let's hope so. Let's hope
Hope for
so.
the best.
Right. All right. We got some more slaves to talk about. Some new slaves.
Okay, Keith.
In, all right. We'll
What
be
you
right
gonna say?
back. We'll be right back to talk about Shador and the Browns.